Hey guys, I am here because I want to share my opinions on video games. It's the whole point of my channel, right? And luckily, there's enough of you that want to have the discussion with me that this keeps going. So, first of all, I thank you for that. And I think that as time goes on, we all have to understand that the culture that we have cultivated here, uh, whether you look at video games as an art form or entertainment or, yes, a sport, it's evolving. And I think that in this community, we tend to cling to the old definitions an awful lot, and at the expense of the evolution. Video games, producing them, and as a standalone piece of work, they are undeniably art and entertainment. They are storytelling majority of the time. Okay, some of them are like puzzle games. There's no story to be told. It's simply a test of skill. Okay, um, I'm going to put up a definition of sport on the screen now. Now, as you can see here, there's only one, maybe two portions of this definition that actually say physical activity. I certainly understand the sentiment that traditional athletic competitive sports are one thing and that playing video games against someone else in a competition should not be regarded in the same league. I agree. However, I defy you to come up with a term for competitive video game playing that would be taken seriously by a mainstream audience that doesn't include the word sport. The fact that this word even allows us to have the discussion, to me, is enough. Is it the right word? Probably not. Is that the point? No! That has nothing to do with it. The fact of the matter is that there are plenty of video games out there that are very competitive in nature, and there are some highly skilled individuals, regardless of their physical prowess, at playing them. And watching these people play these games is entertaining as surely as playing the game itself. Or, I could argue the exact same thing about any athletic sport. Okay? There are many people out there that will never be able to play football. They're just not built for it, but they love to watch it. They get invested, it's very passionate, and they love to watch sports. That's why the E dash has been added to sports, electronic sports. It is a competitive arena, okay? And it's something where people compete. And, gaming competition, all these other things. I understand those would probably be great terms. I'm not sure where esports came from. I don't care. It's here. It's not going anywhere. Instead of arguing over the definition of what is and isn't a sport, how about we figure out the best way to support people who are extremely good at sports, collaborate and find out how we can get the people that are competing organized in such a way that there's the same checks and balances as there are in athletic sports, the same support system for televising and broadcasting and streaming, sponsorships. I mean, we're very close in that regard, but I think that there needs to be more unification. MLG tried to do this and largely failed due to personality conflicts, in my opinion. I hope they come back. I think it's a great name. I think it's a great brand. There needs to be a centralized place to do this. If you're that good at a game and you can compete at it and make money, I say power to you. There are people that like to watch it. There are people that like to participate. It needs to continue. That's the discussion that needs to be had, not whether or not the term sport is appropriate. It's just not the important argument right now. If you can come up with a better word and you can make it stick and also make it the focal point of a conversation, by all means, do so. If you can't help the situation, arguing the word doesn't solve anything. I realize that everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I understand that at face value, the most basic definition of sport does involve physical exertion. Video games don't involve physical exertion. I agree with that. I don't think it's a wholly appropriate term, but it's about as close as we're going to get until we create one. So let's have that discussion. What's the right term for competitive gaming that is viewed as a spectator event? How do you convey that in a short term that most people would understand? Understand, too, I don't typically watch competitive gaming. There are a few games that I would enjoy watching, and there are several I would enjoy participating in. Not that I'd be that good. So I'm not the audience for this thing. But I know there are people out there, millions of them, that are. And I want to see this flourish. I want to know how we can do this. That is the question of the day. How do we allow for these types of competitions to flourish? And if there's a better term to describe it, what is it? But can we drop the argument of the word sport, at least temporarily, until we figure out how to support the people that are doing this and try to do the right thing? That's my question. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And as always, keep on grinding.